Good evening, everyone. I should never be given a gavel, just like Mrs. Barker will tell you, I should never be given a walkie-talkie. So, welcome to the Runnemede Board of Education Reorganization meeting. The Runnemede Board of Education meeting is called to order. The Board of Education is in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled the Open Public Meetings Act. The time, date, and location of this meeting was appropriately advertised, that was my speech impediment coming out, by notifying the retrospect as well as posting notices in Borough Hall, Runnemede Post Office, Mary Vault School, A-Line Bingham School, Grace Downing School, and the Runnemede Public School District website. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so this evening I have the honor of certifying the election results from the November 6, 2021 election. Runnemede Board of Ed, Runnemede Borough, 6 out of 6, 100%. Heather Farrell with 1,135 votes. Patricia Adair with 1,094 votes. Lisa O'Brien with 1,089 votes. At this time, I'm going to ask that those three individuals please come to the front where I will administer the oath of office. If you have an agenda, I will bring it with you so that way you can read up the oath of office.
Either works.
Unless you want to memorize them.
Yeah.
You can stand right here. Okay. So you're just going to repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Adair,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
I state your name.
I, Adair,
Do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to NJSA 19:4-1,
that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to NJSA 19:4-1,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Congratulations. I have one job. There you go.
Thank you.
We're just going to take a quick picture. Miss Gezzi's not here right now, so she's usually my public relations person. And we can go right here, so that we can go underneath. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Sure, you guys can take your seat. Okay, roll call vote. Ms. Adair.
Yes.
Ms. Beebe.
Here.
Ms. Davidson.
Here.
Ms. Farrell.
Here.
Mr. Murray.
Here.
Ms. O'Brien.
Here.
Ms. Panzarella.
Here.
Ms. Sams.
Here.
We have a quorum. Also present, Mark Iannucci, Superintendent, myself, Business Administrator, Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Next, at this time, we currently have a 1-year vacant Board of Education position. The way this will happen is candidates who submit a letter of interest will have a chance to speak to the board for no more than 3 minutes. The board already has their letters of interest that were submitted in front of them at the table. The board, with a nomination and second, will then vote on the individuals to take the 1-year position and the vacant seat on the Board of Education. The individual with the majority of votes will be sworn in as a Board of Education member. We received two applicants who were interested in the one-year position. We have Mrs. Melissa Warner, and we also have Ms. Samantha Spaulding. Mrs. Warner was unable to be here this evening, so I am going to read her letter aloud for her as she is requested. Good morning, Dr. McCarron and Board of Education. I'm writing to express my interest for the vacant board member position. My name is Melissa Warner. I'm a pediatric nurse of 10 years and parent and resident of a Runnemede student. I would love to be considered for a spot on the Board of Education because I care about education for all students, promoting community involvement, able to make strong informative decisions, and health and safety measures for students in our community. The perspectives I would offer would be unbiased, open-minded ideas, decisions that would benefit the community as a whole. I understand the requirements for the position and am committed if I am chosen. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Melissa Warner. The next candidate is Samantha Spaulding, who is in the audience, so I will allow Ms. Spaulding to say a few words, and then we will move forward.
Samantha Spaulding, 703 Hirsch Avenue. I was just following protocol. Good evening, everybody. I did submit my letter upon a little hindrance and some kind words from staff and community members. I've been a Board of Education member for 16 years. I'm a teacher, an educator. I'm a firm believer in a supporter of our Runnemede School District and our team that we have here, and I just wanted the opportunity to continue that role. Thank you.
At this time, we will do a motion and a second to open up nominations.
I'll make a motion to open up nominations.
Second.
Motion made by Maria Panzarella, seconded by Naomi Davidson. At this time, the way this works is, the board has, so we have two candidates that are interested. At this time, the Board of Education will make a motion, and we then need a second to nominate one of the individuals to the role. If one individual's nominated and then nominations close, we do our vote. And as long as there's majority votes in the favor, that person would take the seat. If there are two nominations provided, where we have two motions and 2 seconds for two separate individuals for the position, and the board wants to vote on that, we then do a roll call vote. The roll call vote will be handled not by a yes or no, but each board member will state which person they are voting for. Is that clear for everyone? Okay, so at this time, I would need nominations for the one-year Board of Ed term.
I make a motion to nominate Samantha Spaulding for the one-year position.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Maria Panzarella, seconded by Patty Adair for Samantha Spaulding. Do we have any other nominations?
Can I nominate Melissa Warner?
Sure. So a motion was made by Heather Farrell. I need a second. Okay, if I don't have a second, then that nomination would not move forward. At this time, I would need a motion and a second to close nominations.
I make that motion. Close
Second.
nominations.
Motion made by Maria, seconded by, was that Naomi? Sorry, none of my pens are working. At this time, I will do a roll call vote. So right now, you are voting on the one-year Board of Ed term for Samantha Spaulding. Ms. Adair,
Yes.
Ms. Beebe,
Yes.
Ms. Davidson,
Yes.
Ms. Farrell,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien,
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella,
Yes.
Ms. Sams.
Yes.
Ms. Spaulding has been nominated and selected for the one-year position. At this time, I will ask Ms. Spaulding to come forward to be administered the oath of office.
I'll give you my agenda, Mrs. Spaulding.
Thank you.
Unless Dr. McCarron didn't give me one for a
I
reason.
have one right here.
Here.
Oh, I have it. Look how ready I am.
You'll need it. You'll need it. You'll need it. Here. Thank you. Hold on a second. I need some back.
Second page.
I state your name.
I, Samantha Spaulding,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
I state your name.
I, Samantha Spaulding,
Do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education,
do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education,
that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to NJSA 19-4-1,
that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to NJSA 19:4-1,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all duties of that office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Mrs. Spaulding, can you please stand under our sign so we can take your picture? We're equal opportunity photographers here.
Oh, maybe at the end we can get one of all four of us. How about that?
Okay, so at this time, we currently have a full 9-member board. The next thing on the agenda is our code of ethics. Each board member has in front of them a code of ethics sheet that outlines the code of ethics from the New Jersey School Boards Association, along with the document that they signed and that I will then keep on file. In accordance with NJSA 18A:12-24.1, every board member will review and abide by the code of ethics as provided by the New Jersey School Boards Association. This statement will be reviewed and signed by each board member and returned to the board secretary. At the February or March Board of Education meeting, New Jersey School Boards will be providing a training that either myself or they will be giving on school ethics and all of the things that have to be abided by as a Board of Education member. And that's an annual training that board members will go to and attend through their training and service that they do. At this time, we are going into nominations and election of board president. Similar to the one-year Board of Education vacancy, the board president and vice president nominations will be handled the same way. I will take a motion and a second to open and close nominations at this time. To open nominations, please.
I'll make a motion to open nominations.
Second.
Motion made by Patty Adair, seconded by Samantha Spaulding. So at this time, we will be taking nominations with a motion and a second for president, individuals who they would like to nominate.
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Samantha Spaulding as president.
Motion made by Patty Adair, do I have a second? Seconded by Angel Beebe. Do I have any other motions for president? Seeing that there are no other motions, I need a motion and a second to close nominations.
Make a motion to close nominations.
Motion made by Angel Beebe.
Second.
So, sorry Patty. Seconded by Naomi Davidson.
Quicker today.
Roll call vote. And this is for Samantha Spaulding as Board of Education President. Ms. Adair.
Yes.
Ms. Beebe.
Yes.
Ms. Davidson.
Yes.
Ms. Farrell.
Yes.
Mr. Murray.
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien.
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella.
Yes.
Ms. Sams.
Yes.
Ms. Spaulding.
Yes.
Motion passes. Congratulations. At this time, I officially give up the gavel and I turn it over to the President of the Board of Education.
Thank you.
I asked if I could hit the gavel, and he told me no, it's the only time he gets to do it.
The gavel was just as bad as the mic, apparently. So I need a motion, we need to open up, so hold on a minute.
So you need a motion and a second to open up Vice President nominations.
Oh, I see there, okay. So I need a motion to open up Vice President at
I'll
this
make
time.
that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made by Maria, second by Patty.
At this time, we're taking nominations
For
for
Vice
Vice
President.
President.
I nominate Dean Murray for vice president.
I'll second.
Motion made by Maria,
Maria.
and seconded by Patty.
Patty. Any other nominations at this time? If not, then I need a motion to close nominations for vice president. Did you say you made a
I did.
motion? Sorry, Maria.
No, that's
Motion made by Maria, seconded by Angel.
Naomi.
Sorry, Naomi.
It's okay.
I'm in a different spot. Roll
She
call.
can't hear from there.
I know.
Ms. Adair,
Yes.
Ms. Beebe,
Yes.
Ms. Davidson,
Yes.
Ms. Farrell,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yeah.
Ms. O'Brien, Ms. Panzarella,
Yes.
Ms. Sams,
Yes.
Ms. Spaulding.
Yes.
I just go in order. And here we go. Congratulations, Mr. Murray.
So at this time, we need to discuss, and in front of us is the Board of Education 2022 meeting dates. I know that we made everybody aware last month, including Lisa and Heather. I want to make sure that, so thank you for whomever,
Dr. McCarron.
Dr. McCarron, put this together. So just so you could visualize and see the dates. We want to move, the majority of us did say they wanted to move, and we're okay with Wednesdays. Is that still correct? I did hear last night on the borough meeting that the planning and zoning moved to the 4th. So then would we be the only thing on the 3rd?
Correct.
And are you okay with that, our admin? Yes,
Either one's fine.
yes,
I'm
that,
cool with whatever, I'm cool with whatever.
I know, but I know you have other
Yeah.
obligations that you have to get to at 7 o'clock.
No, we moved ours to Thursdays.
You moved yours to Thursdays. Okay, so then would we, go ahead.
I am going to be taking a class on Wednesday evening, so I may, there may be a possibility if it falls on one of these Wednesdays, I may be absent, but I'll check my calendar
Okay,
and let you know in advance.
okay. Do you think that the majority of them do work for you though, besides that class?
I think the majority of them will.
Okay.
I'll work around it, yes.
Okay, so you'll just let us know and we'll make sure that the public also knows that if you're not here, you're at your training?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, thank you.
you're welcome. So then we're going to agree to the 3rd Wednesdays? Yes,
Yeah.
Barbie?
Is anyone opposed to changing the time of the meetings?
It's hard for me to get here by 6. It's hard. 6:30 would be better for me personally.
The time does not matter to me.
I don't know.
It was more of our working moms and work, so 6 o'clock does not work. Is there an issue with 6:30, or did you not want to do
Probably
that?
about a half hour start times.
6, 7, 3.
I'd like 6:29, please.
Does anyone else have a problem with 6:30? And if you can't make it here till 7, then it'll stay at 7.
6:30 is better.
6:30 is better.
Okay.
You're going 6:30 too, Barbie? 6:30 is okay for you? All right, so do we want to, we're okay?
I just want to make there was a typo here, and I'll take credit and blame on that one. So Dr. McCann's going to announce the dates for some of them, because we were on the Tuesday thing, so we just announced the updated one of that. December 14th would be the only change.
Okay, so looking at the 3rd Wednesday,
Go ahead.
it would be January 5th,
Yep,
February 16th,
yes.
March 16th. Wednesday, April 27th is the last Wednesday of the month. However, that's also because of spring break and when our budget has to be approved within that time.
We have to do that, yep.
Wednesday, May 17th, Wednesday, June 15th. This is where they're off by 1, I apologize. Wednesday, July 20th, Wednesday, August 17th, Wednesday, September 21st, Wednesday, October 19th, Wednesday, November 16th, Wednesday, December 14th, which is going to be the second week due to the fact that the following week we're leaving for break. And then Wednesday, January 4th, will be our
23.
reorganization meeting.
23.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, June 15th, I know that I will not be able to be here, and I know that Angel will not be able to be here because that's tentative graduation for Triton. And
Maybe that's one of those ones.
you will not be able to be here,
Can we get
so
one of those ones once we get closer?
once we get closer, we might, I'm just letting you know that we might have to switch that June one. We switch June sometimes, but
Yeah.
obviously, we have other priorities that we might have to switch June. So I just want to make everybody aware of
And
that.
that'll probably be, just so you know, that would have been even if it was Tuesday, because that's probably going to be Boltz's grad, right? Isn't that?
We already have something set
Oh, all
up.
right.
That stuff's all tentative just
All right.
because of
Yeah,
weather.
So just to clarify, we're doing 3rd Wednesday and we're doing 6:30.
correct. Everyone is okay with that, right?
6:30.
Okay.
Roll call
So
vote.
then, yep, I need a motion to approve the 2021-22 meeting dates.
I'll make a motion to accept the 22-23 meeting dates.
Motion made by Maria, seconded by Patty. Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Samms?
Yes.
Ms. Spaulding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
So now I need a motion, or actually, before I need a motion, I need to have a discussion with anyone who would like to be a representative for the New Jersey School Board Association, Camden County School Board Association, and the Camden County Ed Services Commission. Naomi, would you still like to be a representative for for New Jersey?
Yes.
Yes?
I love it so much. I have learned a lot, and I've met so many wonderful people and collaborated with a lot of other board members, so I would like to continue.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does anyone have a problem with that? Because I sure don't.
I like to mentor somebody to take their place, if that's, if you want to tag team it.
Oh, and there's a long line, we'll get you to.
Yeah. Dan, are you okay with doing Camden County Ed
Are
Services?
they Tuesdays?
No, it's the first Wednesday of every month.
First Wednesday? I'll say yes to that.
Okay, and then, does anyone want to do the Camden County School Boards Association? If not, I will.
We would love to see you do it.
Yeah, go you.
Thanks, guys.
We can't.
Naomi, I'm going to use your,
First Wednesday.
I'll volunteer for that.
Okay,
I'll volunteer for that, but I'm going to ask maybe if we can like tag team a couple.
yeah,
Are you okay with that?
sure.
right.
Someone know how to get me
All right, good, okay, sounds like a plan. And so then, I need a motion, so it'll be, and just so you ladies know too, like, you're always welcome at the meetings too, and there'll be a sheet, as a matter of fact, I don't know if Dr. McCarron has it now, but there's like a sheet for local, like, we have joint meetings with like Gloucester County and Camden County, and like sometimes they're at Adelphia's or different places, and you go, and they're quick and informative, and it's a chance for you to like mingle with other board members in South Jersey. So usually when we go, like you're not solo, like we'll go together. So
have a table.
you have a table all together. So don't feel funny about like ever wanting to like step out of like this Runnemede box, because there's a lot to learn. Do you have that list?
I don't
January
have
and
that
February are
table.
virtual anyhow.
Okay, January's and February's are virtual, so, all right. So motion for Naomi to be New Jersey School Board Rep, Samantha to be Camden County School Board Rep, and Dan to be the Camden County Ed Services Commission Rep. Motion made by Patty,
Second?
seconded by Naomi. Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Samms?
Seems.
Yes.
Make sure they abstain for the December
Ms.
meeting.
Spaulding?
Yes.
Motion
Minutes.
passes.
Okay.
And this minutes, just real quick, before we go on, it should read December 21st, 2021. Template, so some things do.
Okay. So I need a motion to approve the minutes of December 21st, 2021.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes.
Second it.
Motion made by Maria, seconded by Patty. Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Farrell?
Abstain.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Abstain.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Samms?
Yes.
Ms. Spaulding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
We have no presentation or correspondence at this meeting. At this time, we're open for public comments on agenda items only. At this time, does anybody have any comments on agenda items at this time?
Such a real long agenda.
No? All right, our reports will resume at our February Board of Education meeting. So we will move along to new business. There's nothing for property and transportation, but under personnel, I need a motion to approve items numbers 1 and 2.
I'll make a motion to approve items 1 and 2 under personnel.
Motion made by Maria, seconded by Angel. Are you good? Are you okay? I'm sorry if I went too fast. We're down number 20. So we're under 20B. I apologize. Heather, are you good?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Any questions on 1 and 2 there? Roll call.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Sams?
Yes.
Ms. Spaulding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under finance, I need a motion to approve items numbers 1 through 4, 3.
I'll make a motion to approve items 1 through 3 under finance.
Motion made by Maria,
Second.
seconded by Dan. Any questions there? Roll call.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Sams?
Yes.
Ms. Spaulding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under curriculum, I need a motion to approve items numbers 1 to 3.
I'll make that motion for items 1 through 3.
Motion made by Angel, seconded by Naomi. Questions? Roll call.
Ms. Adair?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Ms. O'Brien?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Sams?
Yes.
Ms. Spaulding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
At this time, we have nothing for policy and public relations, so we are open up for public comment at this time. Does anybody have any public comments to make? Hi. Yep, just please state your name and address.
I need to stand or can I sit?
You can sit.
Okay, thank you. Mark Jones, 114 Simpson. I came today to talk about our COVID policy currently with children and quarantining. This is going to be my second stint where 3 of my children have tested negative throughout the entire time, but they have to miss 20 days of school because of another COVID positive in the home. I know with the intentions of us reopening schools that we want kids to be in school. There's no excuse then for us to be in a situation where kids who aren't testing positive are not coming to school. I've emailed the nurse, even going through the guidelines allow for negative testing, 8 days return, if it's just because of contact. If the district doesn't adapt something close to that, it's kind of saying we don't know how to quarantine our children. I have 6 kids in my house. When one kid catches COVID, we lock kids in rooms basically. So what's the purpose in that if now they can't even go to school? I don't understand it. I do know, I've heard from the nurse that, we're following certain guidelines, but I also know that the districts, it's up for the district's interpretation as to how we follow through with those guidelines.
It's not necessary, if I can interrupt you real quick, and I'm sorry that you've had that issue happen. Again, we're required to follow the guidelines, and they use that calculator, and it resets. Unfortunately, it resets, and I've gone through this today. I had another father call me today about it. It resets. So if I had child number 1 tested positive on December 21st, and childs 2 and 3 negative for those 5 to 7 days or whatever, then child 2 tests positive on December 28th. That resets child number 3. Okay, so not only it's that 10-day, the person could be contagious, child number 2. So after that 10 days, then that child number 3 still has to isolate that 14 days according to the state. And again, I've openly said, I always don't agree with some of these things personally.
With the state guidelines, you guys, I've read it completely. I emailed it today. You guys have worded everything from the state guidelines except for the situation where somebody's tested negative.
But right now, testing negative in the zone we're in is not allowed. If the child's unvaccinated, there is no testing out of that.
Where's the guideline that says that?
I could say, if you send me an email address or call
No,
me tomorrow.
wait. That's not county guidelines. That's why I use
That's in the
term.
road back. I could forward any of the information that you'd like to have.
So you're saying that there's no option. So hold on, because I pulled it up today, the guidelines that they emailed me that said that we're following. Excuse me. Well, it speaks to asymptomatic. In the school setting, excluded individuals who are close contacts who tested positive for COVID and are asymptomatic can have reduced exclusion period of 10 days, which is what we're currently doing, right? Hold on, because I want to find the exact language about testing negative.
Because if you test positive, Mr. Jones, it's shorter, which is something that I've been trying to wrap my brain around for like with our
And
children.
again, I'm not saying I.
Right, I know.
Like if the scenario I just gave, right, child number 2 is better, not better, would be more advantageous
Yep.
to contract and be a positive
Mhm.
than just be a close contact who has to then quarantine.
Right.
that additional
Which is
time.
wild.
I understand what you guys are, I understand why the rules are in place. What I'm saying to you though is, I have a kid at home, my kid tested positive for COVID today, right? So now we quarantine that kid, regardless of what we did before today.
Okay.
If we're testing, the doctors telling us not to test has nothing to do with how long somebody's positive for COVID. It has to do with our lack of testing infrastructure. That's why they don't want people to test afterwards. So which means if COVID lasts 10 days, I could test positive on my 8th day. You're going to keep me then locked up for 2 more weeks, even though if I test negative, I don't have COVID. So if a kid goes back and tests negative, why are we still keeping them out of school? They don't have COVID.
Again, we're just required to follow the guidelines that are handed down.
Right, but what I'm saying is you guys are also following the guidelines at a certain interpretation, because the guidelines still leave room for you guys to make a decision that says somebody that tests negative, it actually says in there you could test negative and return in 8 days. It says that. If the person in contact, they have to wait 5 days in order to test, and then follow up with another test. If within 8 days there is negative test, they can return.
Okay. And again, I don't know the specifics of your case, and I haven't seen that, I just get the information.
Regardless of my case, I'm speaking to what the guidelines are that you're saying we're following.
Well, I'm just following the guidelines that the county health department and the state of New Jersey is requiring us to follow. I'm not following any extra, we haven't put any extra layers into anything, and again, I don't.
Change by color?
Well, right now, yes, right now we're in the orange, or we're probably gonna go to that red, Cali.
So these are the guidelines that you're telling me you follow. If exposed close contacts who have no COVID-19 symptoms and are not fully vaccinated, so this is the group that we're discussing. If negative, they should quarantine at home according to the COVID-19 guide table. After exposure, it should be tested again 5 to 7 days after the last exposure or immediately if symptoms develop. If the result is again negative, individuals may return on the 8th day after.
That's if they had no contact with the individual.
Exactly, so if we're quarantining, where's the contact?
So you're isolating the child?
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know the specifics of your situation, that's why I said if you can send me the information, I can review it, so I can look at it, because I don't know. Because then I have also parents who might not have accommodations to quarantine 3 or 4 different children, so there are. So I don't know the specifics, and I apologize for that.
Which is why I'm asking the board to look at things in its totality, and not just because there are parents who can quarantine their children accordingly. Because under the current policy, I have 3 children at home that would have missed upwards of 25 days of school within 60 days.
What school were we talking about?
Bingham.
Bingham? Okay.
They're gonna miss upwards of 20 days of school within 60 days without even ever having tested positive for COVID.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Iannucci is our superintendent. I'm not trying to cut you off because I'm a parent and an educator, so I feel you to my core right now. Do you mind giving your information to Mr. Iannucci, our superintendent, so he can look into everything thoroughly tomorrow and touch base with you tomorrow as soon as he gets all the information? Do you mind? I don't want to cut you off or think that we're not hearing or listening to you, but you don't have to tell the entire public your situation. He can deal with you tomorrow.
I'm fine with that, but I also want to say, I'm not just here to speak for myself. I'm sure there are other parents that are in the exact same situation I'm in, so he could talk to me privately and work something out for my family, but that doesn't help my neighbor who ends up in the same type of situation.
Thank you.
So
We're all in the same situation.
So he could email
We're
me
all in your
tomorrow.
situation, sir.
I understand that, but we all also feel differently about how we deal with this situation. So as much as I could do that, I just want to be clear. I know it's recorded, so I want to be clear in the fact that I'm asking the board to take the time to look at adopting a more fluid policy that goes with the fluidity of our current messed up COVID situation.
We hear you and we understand you. Thank you for coming out and speaking up for all of us. But don't leave yet, because Mr. Iannucci needs your stuff. Any other public comment? Yes.
Dawn Shaw, 80 Lindsay Avenue. I actually have 2 questions. One, since he just brought up COVID, I was told today that if a child tests positive for COVID and it's outside of a certain time span, they can still return to school COVID positive. That's what I was told.
Do you mind if I ask who told you that?
Another parent
Okay.
who has children,
Okay.
and I'm concerned, I'm in remission from cancer. I am concerned, I have a child that goes to school. So I just wanted to know how true it was. Regardless of whether
That's the
it's true or
first
not,
I've
I
heard
really
it.
don't have any
That's the
options
first.
but to
That's
thank
the first
you.
I've heard of it, and we haven't. It's the state of New Jersey has not adopted the new CDC guidelines of coming back early. They're saying they're going to get information early this week. We're now Wednesday at 6:35, and I still haven't heard anything.
Okay, that's
I will
fine.
definitely look into that, and I'll get back to you if you'd like. But that's not.
Okay.
It's not coming from any medical
That's
person or
fine.
school
It does,
doctor or anything like
neither
that.
here nor there. I was just wondering if it was true, because neither here nor there, Katie still has to come to school.
Yeah.
Second of all, I am a Girl Scout leader here in town. I know I had reached out to Mrs. Spaulding prior. I have a Girl Scout troop of 41 girls. Of my 41 girls, 39 of them are Runnemede residents. We had started, Principal Yesi was kind enough to allow us to meet at Downing Elementary, which we outgrew fairly quickly. Especially with the guidelines, the Girl Scouts, with giving distance and stuff. I wanted to know what the steps were in order to possibly meet here at Folks. I will tell you, the majority of my girls are, now that the last third grade class graduated out of Downing,
It's fine.
I had every third grade girl except for 2 of them. So they're all here now.
We could just tweak the use of facility form that you filled out in the, did you fill out a use of facility form in the past?
No, I didn't, because I know Mrs. Spaulding had said that, I had heard that we weren't allowed to meet in the schools.
That was before. Right now, we're open. We have RYAA right now. You can hear bouncing balls across in the cafeteria. So we'll be more than happy to accommodate. We can put you in this library. We can put you in different,
It's just I have families that don't have transportation, so where we're meeting at now is down in Gloucester Township, and it's not good for them.
Yeah, no, that's not a problem at all.
We can get you the papers
And
too.
guess what? You can do it, and we can approve it at the February meeting, but you can still meet before that. We can just do it retroactively. So if you want to reach out to me tomorrow, send me a call or a text or something,
Okay,
I'll take
all right, thank you.
Excuse me, one real quick too, on the dates the school's closed or not available, you are more than welcome to let me know and use the senior center on the nights that aren't already meeting.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other public comment at this time? Yes.
Chris Farrell, 314 Shepherd Ave. I just wanted to know if you guys had any information on Murphy's mask mandates for the students in schools is expiring January 11th. I know January 1st he put in a request to extend that for 90 days. Do you guys have any information on that?
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah,
Have
you
you?
haven't heard anything. I know he's going to the representatives. to
But it
see-
will expire on the 11th.
They'll extend, he's looking to extend that vote will probably come out before the 11th.
Yeah.
Probably happen, so I don't think at this time, if you're asking me honestly.
Yeah, just if you guys had any information.
I don't have
No,
any
we
information
don't.
before that.
We usually get information the same time you do when the governor goes live on
Yeah,
Facebook.
it's social media.
They do vote on the 10th, so hopefully,
Oh, so they vote on the
They-
10th.
this
That's when
August,
we'll all
yes.
know then.
I
Yes.
believe Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Monday
Day
the 10th?
before the
Yeah,
expiration.
That's what they,
Gotcha.
we haven't heard anything yet.
Okay,
yes.
thanks.
And that's the God's honest truth, like, we literally sometimes know nothing, just like you guys do.
Thanks.
Any other comments? If there's no other public comments, there is no need for executive session. Our next board meeting will be on Wednesday, February 16th, 2022, here at Volt School at 6:30 PM. I need a motion to adjourn. Oh, real quick, would you please sign this and pass it over to Dr. Matarin, the acknowledgement of the Code of Ethics for school board members? It's very important. And I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Maria,
Second?
seconded by Naomi. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Meeting